Resolving a network outage properly and restoring business services quickly are the primary goals of incident response. But like any IT process, there's an element of risk. The risk of lost time and productivity involved with orchestrating a change. If engineers need to log into individual CLIs, that translates into massive maintenance windows, even if everything is configured perfectly. There's the risk of the network change not resolving the incident. Constructing templates for one or more devices is error-prone and can waste hours of time if it's outdated or faulty. And the risk of additional, unforeseen impact. Engineers need to validate multiple application paths and possibly check through a lot of device telemetry and logs. NetBrain provides users a means to automate the manual and error-prone aspects of network changes. Using the dynamic map as an interface, users can orchestrate large-scale changes across multi-vendor and multi-technology environments in a way that can be quickly checked and approved. NetBrain helps with validating changes after the fact, taking benchmarks beforehand and comparing them with live config data to show users that the change occurred successfully. NetBrain also enables users to assess the impact of a change, using both intelligent baselines and multipath verification to show that no business services were affected, directly or otherwise. Let's go through an example of change management inside the software. Here, I'm taking the role of a network engineer. After assessing a number of theories, I've uncovered the root cause of this slow application. It looks like my QoS policy is negatively impacting user traffic. With NetBrain, I'll define and apply a change to the problem device and demonstrate how NetBrain can help users with the ancillary elements of the change. I'm going to create a new network change here. Call it Modify QoS. After creating a network change, I'm brought to a unique runbook. Here, I'm going to select the device with the bad QoS policy, and I'm going to define the changes that need to occur to its configuration. I can either define the change line by line here, or apply a predefined change template. I'll also define a rollback policy, just in case I need to revert it later. I'll then take a benchmark beforehand, which is going to grab live snapshots from each of these devices before any changes are committed. Next, I'm going to go ahead and approve this change. I can either do it within the confines of existing change management procedures, like going through ServiceNow or other ITSMs or other applications, or I can go through NetBrain itself. In this case, for the sake of time, I'm just going to go through NetBrain, though other integrations are available. Once this has been approved, I'm ready to execute this change on my environment. NetBrain is going to log into the CLI of this device and push the change that we defined earlier. With this change management runbook, I can push changes to all devices active on my dynamic map, if I needed to. Once it's done, I'm going to take another benchmark and then compare the two of them to make sure the change went through as anticipated. In this case, to validate that the QoS configuration has changed. To accomplish this, I'm going to set up a comparison between both of the benchmarks that were established earlier, benchmark before and benchmark after. And I'll look at the state of the QoS policy there. It looks like NetBrain has detected a change to this policy, and it looks like that the QoS policy has been modified as anticipated. The only thing left to do is to validate that the application is still intact as a result of the change. I'm going to add a new node to this runbook, Verify Application. And we're going to see if all of its network dependencies are intact. I'll go ahead and add this application, video application, to this node, and we're going to go ahead and run Verify Application across it to make sure the traffic can still cross from one end to the other. If any changes occur to this path, then the Verify Application node will also inform me. And it appears that the application is still intact, although I will need to investigate how it's changed from the golden path here. But now I've used NetBrain to execute a change, validate that the change went through, and then verify that the application as a whole was not impacted by it.